Today in Math 7, students were able to go ahead and review the concepts associated with constructions and analyzing of box and whisker plots. Let's take a look at the steps necessary to create them. Taking a look at the procedures on the right hand side of our page here, we can go ahead and see that the directions state that the first step is to go ahead and arrange the values within the data set from least to greatest. In this case, that has already been done for us, so the numbers are already in least to greatest order. Second step is to determine the median of all data values. So let's go ahead and accomplish that feat right now. What we want to do is find the median value again. So we want to go ahead and eliminate the lowest number, our highs, our low, our high, and to continue this process on until we find our median value. In this case, our median is 8. What we then want to do is find the upper and lower quartiles also. Determining our upper quartile, we eliminate the lower of the upper half of the data, the higher, the lower, and the higher until we end up with our upper quartile of 11. Looking to the lower end of our data, we can eliminate our low, our high, our low, and our high again until we get our value of 7. Looking at our next number, or our next set in the directions, it says find the minimum and the maximum values. Our minimum number right there was the number 5. Our maximum number was the number 15. Now what we're going to do is to use our number line to place dots above the 5 values that we just identified. So let's go ahead and take a look at these now. One of our values is the lower extreme, or the minimum, which is 5. So we place a dot on the number 5. Our next value was 7, and this was the lower quartile. So again, we'll find 7 on there and find our lower quartile. Our median was 8, so we'll place a dot on the number 8 and place our median on number 8. We have our upper quartile of 11, continuing the same procedures. And we have our maximum, or upper extreme, of 15. Now, continuing on with the directions, it says draw the box and the whiskers using the dots you have placed on the number line. Well, what we're going to do is create the box around the lower quartile and the upper quartile. So when I draw my box, I'm creating a box again with the borders being the lower quartile and the upper quartile on this. Now for our purposes, I'm going to make it so we can still see those dots and the circles that are behind there. Now this is referred to as our 50 percentile mark of the actual data set. I'm now going to go ahead and draw a line straight down to represent the median. That line straight down again measures or indicates exactly where our median is located. The next thing that we need to go ahead and do is draw the actual whiskers. Now the whiskers extend from the upper quartile and extend all the way to your maximum value. Same thing on the other end. The whisker on the other end connects from the lower quartile all the way to your minimum. And at that point we have constructed our box and whisker plot. Each section, this first section, represents 25% of all of the data. So we end up with our 4 quartiles that we're looking at there, but each individual area indicates 25%. The shaded area of our box is what we'll refer to as our middle 50% of the data. So please feel free to go ahead and review this video several times if you need extra reinforcement on how to create your box and whisker plot.